Sean, can you tell me what you see coming in 2019 in terms of trends for businesses, for technology and the like?
Sure, definitely. And thank you for this, actually, Patrick. As we look towards 2019, I really see it as really actually both a foundational year and really actually a transitional year. Everyone always talks about Internet of Things, and it's actually so overused that it's almost eye-rolling. But if you really think about it now, today we really don't have an Internet of Things. What we really have is things that are on the internet.
Right.
But we have a number of enabling technologies that are coming. You've got 5G, you've got 802.11ax, and as they combine their abilities of both bandwidth and low latency, they actually will now enable really is that thing that we've always wanted, which was this true Internet of Things.
Sure.
So I think that's a key trend as we look towards 2019. I think another thing is the fact of we have to really think about providing broadband to the masses.
Okay.
There are some say 19 million, some say over 20 million people in the United States who do not actually have access to high-speed broadband.
Right.
And so I think 2019 is also a space where you're going to see a lot of investments, both in kind of the smaller service provider space, the utilities, are actually driving out broadband access over the kind of their already installed base of delivering power to residents. And you have things like the TV white space that Microsoft
Right.
is heavy driving, right? Of how do you actually provide that access? And so I see, those are certainly key ones. And then definitely, right, this move towards smart buildings really is being part of smart cities.
Right.
But the smart building investments are key. They're going to deliver significantly improved OpEx. But
Okay.
they also are actually establishing that baseline for that Internet of Things, right? You need the infrastructure to be able to supply the bandwidth and the latency, right? And so fiber is certainly a strong component of that. The two technologies I've talked about are wireless, right? But they really have a fiber backbone that will drive that.
Yes.
And I see really those as really the key trends as we look towards 2019.
Yeah, in describing these trends, you've discussed sort of opportunities and challenges. I wonder if I could ask you to elaborate a little more on the challenge aspect
Sure.
of it. What do you see as some end user challenges that
Absolutely.
lie ahead?
The first one, and it's always the challenge, right, is change. There's a lot of change coming. We have changed in the technologies that our customers are trying to engage with. And then actually their workforce is changing. There are some estimates that over 200,000 new people are going to come into this industry.
Wow.
That's going to take training.
Right.
They're going to need to come up to speed on skills. And that's part of actually, as you think about how do you, as a supplier, how do you think about making that simpler? Right, and that very much will get into as you think about kind of the customer experience aspect of both your products and your company. Has to be very, very much around how do you actually help enable that transition.
Right.
I think the other thing is companies trying to figure out how they can get the most out of their investments. As they think about it, cash and credit could actually be a bit restricted in 2019. There are a large number of companies in our space that are actually heavily leveraged, and that will make it hard for them to actually try to really respond to those market drivers. So I think that's another key one. So how do we actually think about really helping our customers really get more return out of the investments that they're actually trying to do?
Right. Thinking about the customer again, the customer experience, digital transformation is another term that that you see. I wonder if you wouldn't mind furthering sort of that conversation and what lies ahead there.
Absolutely. So as you think about customer experience, you have to think about it both at a product level and at a business level. At a product level, at a solution level. You can't just think about success being, day one where it turned up and hey, I'm done, that worked. You actually have to think, day -1. What did it take to actually do that installation? And then actually after. What does it mean to actually allow this product to be easily supported, good reliability? One of the new products we're actually launching today is our Ascend platform. And it was very, very much driven around understanding our end customers and their key challenges, which is really around this day -1 and then the future, right? And so how can you have it where you're actually able to build this with one person? Right, so how do you reduce their skill footprint and the people footprint that they need? And then actually, how do you have it where there's a lot of modularity and it actually supports your ability to really kind of invest in your own future. Our customers don't know all the answers day one. Right. And so what they need is platforms and solutions that are really flexible and adaptable and allow them to really have their investments move forward with them. And that actually is a key thing that helped us drive as we thought about delivering Ascend into the marketplace. And the other thing is around digital transformation is how do you make yourself easily accessible? Right. How do you actually collaborate with your end customers? And again, that's all around driving down their OpEx, right? If you're easy to access and you speak to them in their terms, right? So often people want to talk to you in, I want to talk to you in what the terms I understand. Right. No, I need to talk to you in the terms that you understand. And that is so critical. And digital transformation actually helps with that. Okay. Having it where when you actually, you come to, let's say, the AFL site, you're actually guided to product solutions that are very much geared towards your interests versus kind of what we're trying to push.
I see.
So.
Right, great.
Okay.
Sean, thank you very much. Really appreciate your time.
Patrick, thank you very much. It was great. Thank you.